going on, guys? Got one of my favorite chassis to work with here, CTSV. This car, I tuned this car previously. It's a pump gas with methanol injection. It's got your usual upgrades for CTSV. Cam, long tube headers, upper and lower pulleys. Great stuff for a street car. But today, what we're adding is nitrous. The customer added 100 shot of nitrous to it, and I'm gonna get it dialed in for that. So since it's already been tuned before, shouldn't really be much more tweaks to make on the motor side of things. I will check it again, just make sure everything's good first. This customer comes from Nashville, drove up this morning to go ahead and get it going. So hopefully we can get it done pretty quickly, knock it out, get him on his way. Quick overview of the setup. It's running Nitrous Express kit. He's got the remote bottle opener. He's got his nitrous pressure gauge on there. That's important. Got to know your nitrous pressure. He's got a controller for the bottle heater, which is actually made into this bracket. It's a pretty neat bracket. The bottom of it is the heater. So that switch will shut off the heater as the pressure gets up to the desired amount. So you don't have to worry about overheating the bottle and having too much pressure. It's also got a standalone fuel cell, so we don't have to worry about taxing the factory fuel system much more. That's good on a car that you're already kind of at the end of the factory fuel system. So you give the nitrous kit its own separate pump, regulator, tank, all that stuff. And he's got C16 in the cell. We're running 93 in the car with methanol, like I said before. So the C16 in the cell, that's just going to give us a little more safety while we're spraying nitrous. Yeah, we don't have to worry about fuel pressure drop or anything like that because it's got its own dedicated setup. So now moving on to the inside, he's got it pretty neat in here. Nitrous outlet panel with all our switches, purge, opener, heater, everything. He's also running another nitrous gauge up here, so he doesn't have to look in the trunk to check his pressure to know everything is ready. And then for the nitrous control, running the NOS Mini. NOS Mini is a pretty cool deal. It's really simple to use, and you don't have to get a laptop out or anything like that, so that's great for maybe if someone's not comfortable with that. With the NOS Mini, we are controlling our basically it's our TPS switch, it's our window switch, and it's also a progressive controller. So you get 3 in 1, and the thing's only like $300. So that's really good for what you're getting, and you have all the safety to not have to worry about it. You just flip the switch on, set everything, good to go. He's also added a few extra things. He does have a filter for his nitrous up here, and then he did also add a fuel filter for the secondary fuel cell. So he's really got a lot of bases covered to try to keep the solenoids and everything good, keep those from getting trash in them. So he's really tried to make sure that everything is ready to go. The other thing on this one, we are not running a timing controller. A lot of times with customers with these cars, I will use the Lingenfelter LNC 002, I think is the part number. It's a timing retard box. He has an HP tuner's cable, so I can set him up with 2 tunes, and he just loads his nitrous tune when it's time to go spray nitrous, and when he wants to run on motor, he just puts his motor tune on there, or blower only tune, I guess I should say. But if you're the kind of person that's not comfortable with changing your tunes, or maybe you don't want to forget to load the proper tune, going with a Lingenfelter box on one of these cars that's on a stock ECU would probably be the better way to go, because when you flip the switch on, the way it'll be wired up is for it to retard timing as soon as the solenoids are activated. So that's usually what I suggest for people that aren't comfortable using their laptop and they just want to drive the car. They just want to flip a switch and drive the car. Just hope you guys are doing well out there. We do have this whole coronavirus, COVID-19 thing going on right now. Doesn't affect me a whole lot at the shop because I really work alone a lot anyway. You know, just limiting how many customers can really come in and things like that. That's really it. But I usually don't have more than one customer in this place anyway. So you guys be safe out there. And I just want to say one little thing about that. All right, I got the car all bolted up and everything, ready to go. Already warmed up the engine and trans. So now we're just gonna do the first pull just to run it as it was, just make sure everything is still the same as the last time that I saw the car before we start spraying nitrous on it. So here we go. We got our first pull out of the way. 638, 639. That's pretty close to where we were before, but it is running just a little bit lean. Found out he did change the methanol pump, so I got to change a little bit of the settings for the methanol kit, and then we'll be good to go. And then turn some nitrous on. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe one more pull. Okay, pulled it all the way out that time. Looking a little better. Our fueling's pretty good. Maybe just a touch down low I need to add, but we got to 661 and 622 pound-feet of torque. Now, this is a good time to talk about the difference from one dyno to the other. So, when I tuned this car previously, it was on a dyno jet 248 inertia dyno, so no load added or anything like that. And it was on street tires back then, and I think I remember we had a little bit of wheel spin, but even you could have a little bit of wheel slip up top, and that could affect numbers. And that's kind of some of the difference of hub dyno. Sometimes I'm really close on the runs, but other times there may be another maybe 15, 20 horsepower difference from car to car, from here to a dyno jet that I used to use. So just to show, I mean, it's the same car, it's the same mods. I don't really think the car picked up 20 horsepower. The weather was pretty good when it was run before. It's pretty good today. So I think we're probably really making about the same. It's just, you know, just different dyno. So here we go. We're gonna go on to nitrous now. A couple of things you're gonna wanna do when you're prepping for nitrous. You definitely want to check your bottle pressure. Now, I've been running the heater while I was making these other runs, but it was pretty low. It was down to 500 before. We really want to be about 950 or so on this setup, so I'm gonna have to heat the bottle a little bit more. And the other things that we need to check the nitrous jets. So on this car, they're located in the back because it's got this little spacer plate with spray bars in it. So yes, checking those jets is gonna be a huge pain in the butt, but I don't care who installed the nitrous, I check the jets myself. If you are tuning a car with nitrous, check the jets yourself. I don't care what they tell you they put in there, it doesn't matter. Put your eyes on them. If you don't take anything else from this video, check the jets. What the jets do, that's gonna determine how much nitrous and how much fuel can actually flow into the engine. And you'll see jetting charts may differ a little bit from company to company, because some companies will maybe rate their shots at flywheel horsepower, others might rate at wheel horsepower, and also there can be a difference in the solenoids and how well they flow. But that's why it's so important to check the jetting, because if it's not right, you're not going to get the right amount of nitrous, and you're not going to get the right amount of fuel. So if you had too much nitrous, not enough fuel, it's going to go lean, it's going to break. If you got too much fuel, not enough nitrous, not going to make any power, it's going to be rich, and you can hurt a nitrous car for running it too rich as well. So just another little tidbit about that. All right, so got the jets out. Time to check those. You probably can't make it out on there, but got a 41 and a 22. That is the proper jetting according to Nitrous Express's chart for the fuel pressure of this vehicle and the spray bar system that's on it. So I'm still gonna check the other side. It's just one side done. Takes a little bit of time, but like I said, it's an important step, because I don't care who installed the nitrous system, people can mess up. So it's better for me to check it now and just make sure before something gets hurt. Check the jets. Alright, so that's it. We ended up at 751 wheel horsepower and 726 foot-pounds of torque on our 100 shot of nitrous. So not bad. Made 661, 622 on just blower only. Now in the mid-range we picked up torque huge though. We picked up about 115 foot-pound in the middle, and pretty much held that 100 all the way across. So pretty good gains. Yeah, I mean, you really can't ask for any more than that. 100 shot, super simple. It's a pump gas car mostly. Of course, it's got methanol, but yeah, everything worked as it should. So I couldn't ask for a better day of tuning a nitrous powered V.